All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I absolutely love what the Las Vegas Raiders are doing here, getting back, or at least attempting to get back to a winning culture here. Pete Carroll, the brand new head coach for this Las Vegas Raiders team, has gone to the playoffs in 10 out of his 14 years with the Seattle Seahawks and only had 2 losing seasons in his time there. First 2 years, which, by the way, in his first year, even though they went 7-9, they still actually made the playoffs here. He's got such a great coaching tree of guys like Robert Saleh, Dan Quinn, Gus Bradley, Dave Canales in college, Lane Kiffin, Sark. I mean, you name it. Pete Carroll has been around the block and he knows exactly how to win. In fact, because of his time with the Seattle Seahawks, he knows how to win in a tough division, which is great because the Kansas City Chiefs exist. The Los Angeles Chargers have Harbaugh. They're on their way up as well. And then you have Sean Payton with the rookie QB and Bo Nix, who also just made the playoffs here. So he's just a proven winner. He knows how to build a team. He knows how to help young/rookie QBs like Russell Wilson. And this is much needed because, folks, the Las Vegas Raiders have not made the playoffs in a long time. They've made the playoffs actually twice since the year 2003. I mean, it's 2025 right now. They haven't won a playoff game. The Las Vegas Raiders have not won a playoff game since January 19th, 2003. Pete Carroll, 181 career NFL wins. The Raiders, same as that in their last 14 coaches combined. Insane. So, folks, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Raiders fans, NFL fans, if we try and get this video to 100 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. I'm going to say this statistic one more time here because, the Raiders aren't winning the Super Bowl this upcoming season. Oh no, what am I going to do with all this hate? I understand it. What the Raiders need is a reset. And I know we've been saying this for a couple of seasons now. This is the third new head coach in the last 3 seasons. But Pete Carroll is different. And I don't have any concerns with him being 73 years old. By the time next season starts, he will be the oldest NFL head coach of all time. I don't really care because Pete Carroll has so much energy. He was pushed out of Seattle because the roster, their offensive line, everything was just a little bit murky here. But once again, Pete Carroll has 181 career NFL wins. That's the same as the last 14 Las Vegas Raider coaches combined. 14 coaches combined. So he's going to bring in here a lot. And they're coming off a 4-13 season. But the Las Vegas Raiders, and I don't think people really know this, they have $94 million in projected cap. Now, maybe one website says $93 million. Maybe another website says $92 million or $90 million. But the Las Vegas Raiders have a bunch of projected cap space. And to sprinkle on top, they have the number 6th overall pick in the draft. Now, Pete Carroll has a lot of experience in rebuilding-esque teams, right? He was hired by the Seattle Seahawks in 2009. They had just come off a 5-11 season the previous year. They made the playoffs in his first year. I get it. It was 7-9, but whatever. They made the playoffs and they won a Super Bowl in Pete Carroll's 4th year. Now, I understand it. He's 73 years old. So this is like at most 4, maybe 5 seasons long for a head coach. But I urge caution with that because, whether it's the Raiders, not to be rude, but especially the Raiders, any NFL head coach, if I were to tell them they're going to be a 4-year guy, I think a lot of coaches would take that. We're just in that time period where GMs have a lot of money, owners have a lot of money. They put a lot of pressure on the GMs. They put a lot of pressure on the head coach. They put a lot of pressure on their organization to go out there and give them results right out of the gate. And even though Pete Carroll's old-ish, technically, I don't really think that his age is going to be an issue. He's got so much energy. He always has. He always will. Pete Carroll is perfect. And even real quick, John Spytek, the GM, tip of the cap, respect for not jumping on Liam Cohn's Jacksonville Jaguars boat. Spytek and Carroll, you're seeing like anonymous NFL executives, anonymous NFL GMs, or beat writers or people close to teams, whatever. Everything you hear right now about the Las Vegas Raiders today, because Pete Carroll got hired when I woke up, it was around, I live in the East Coast, so it was around like 10 a.m. when I first saw the Pete Carroll news. Everybody is saying, hey, the Raiders just got a phenomenal GM in John Spytek, and they just got a top 3 coach in this year's coaching cycle in Pete Carroll. And the best part about it is he's going to hire well. He's going to hire very well. We said that list at the beginning of this video: offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, assistants, positional groups. He's going to just straight up hire well. And I want to, for the last couple of minutes of this video, I want to get into the quarterback talk, because it's the reason they lost Ben Johnson. And it's the reason Liam Cohn wasn't even interested in the Las Vegas Raiders, was because there's no proven solidified quarterback over there. So they have Gardner Minshew, good as gone. They've got Aiden O'Connell, who's got some intrigue here. And I just listened to Dan Orlovsky with ESPN, the former Detroit Lion QB, saying this might be a long-term process as far as finding your QB. But a lot of websites or talk show hosts or what have you, YouTube videos, a lot of people actually have Sam Darnold going to the Las Vegas Raiders. So they've got the 6th pick in the draft. Probably more likely than not able to draft a Shedeur Sanders or a Cam Ward. Now, theoretically, they could trade up into the top 4, top 3 to get the guy that they're looking for. But as Dan said, they could be looking for a guy in free agency. And I know the Russell Wilson rumors, because of Pete Carroll with their time in Seattle and the Pittsburgh Steelers choking the bed here. I understand that that's a big rumor right now. I don't really want Russell Wilson to be the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. If it happens, I won't be too upset. But I do think a guy like Sam Darnold is intriguing. He just led the Minnesota Vikings to a 14-3 record. He completed 66.2% of his passes. He threw for over 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then obviously they have first-round draft pick J.J. McCarthy over in Minnesota, so I don't think they're going to be re-signing Sam for $30+ million. Now, like I said, there's cheaper options. Russell Wilson, maybe Kirk Cousins. I don't even really want either of those two. But my point just is, with the Las Vegas Raiders, no matter who the starting quarterback is for this upcoming season, they're finally on the right path. Just finally, whether it's Spytek, whether it's Pete Carroll, whether it's even Tom Brady, I finally, for the first time in a long time, feel comfortable and confident with whatever the Las Vegas Raiders decide to do here. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. We'll keep you guys updated, but let me know your thoughts on Pete Carroll to the Las Vegas Raiders down below. Peace.